Can we ever talk too much about snap-on sockets? Or say that we have too many? Sockets are the reason the company was founded in Milwaukee, Wisconsin in 1920, right where our sockets are forged today. Usually we talk about the unique features that set our sockets apart. Flank drive broaching on the working end, gripping fasteners on the flats for about 20% more torque. 4-groove detents for secure attachment to the socket driver, no matter what the position. Concentric broaching for uniform strength, uniform wall thickness on the working end, and an even distribution of torque load. Alloy steel for more strength and durability, meaning a thinner socket without sacrificing performance. A double chamfer at both the drive and hex openings for easy fastener and square drive engagement, even when they aren't in view. And the famous snap-on nickel chrome plating, which delivers a smooth mirror-like finish, resistance to even the toughest automotive solvents, and easy cleaning at the end of any job. But let's look at our sockets another way. Think about how many socket sets you might find in the average socket drawer. If you want to think of a complete collection, here's what to look for. 4 configurations: shallow, semi-deep, deep, and universal. 3 common drive sizes: 1/4, 3/8, and 1/2 inch. And 2 internal configurations of 6-point and 12-point. When you consider both metric and fractional, it all adds up to 48 chrome socket sets, not including low profile, specialty, impact, or bit sockets. I don't think you'll find a single drawer with all 48 sets. So let's make sure we understand why each of these are important for every tech to have in their box. To start with, we all recognize that sockets are the fastest, most versatile method of servicing equipment. They can be driven by hand, by power tool, and by impact tool. The square drive attachment method allows the use of the same socket to power in a fastener and then apply the final precision torque. Turning a fastener with a hand tool also applies a bending force to the socket. Every pull on the handle is shared between generating torque and bending force. The amount of bending force increases as the socket gets longer. So shallow sockets will deliver the most torque to the fastener with the least bending force. Often, though, a deep or semi-deep socket is required to engage the nut end of a fastener where a standard length socket would bottom out. If there's clearance for the threaded end, usually there's clearance for a deep or semi-deep socket. But when obstacles get in the way, preventing engagement with a standard socket, that's when universal sockets come to the rescue. Because handle squares have limits to the amount of torque they can safely apply, sockets are grouped by square drive sizes appropriate for delivering the maximum amount of torque, safe for their corresponding handle squares. Socket overlap is the mix of comfort and accessibility. While a technician can get into tighter spots with a 1/4 inch ratchet than with a 3/8 inch ratchet, the pull is more comfortable with a larger handle. It all comes down to productivity, accessibility, and safety. Our 3 most common drive sizes provide a wide range of maximum recommended working torque. 28 foot-pounds for 1/4 inch, 80 foot-pounds for 3/8 inch, and a whopping 330 foot-pounds for 1/2 inch drive sockets. To keep it simple, automotive underdash service requires the accessibility provided by 1/4 inch drive sockets. Engine compartments need the added torque capability and accessibility of 3/8 inch sockets. And under vehicle fasteners, they demand the power delivered only by 1/2 inch drive and larger sockets, ideal for removing severe service fasteners. Now let's talk about 6-point versus 12-point configurations. Best practice is to match the socket to the fastener type. 12-point sockets can be used for both 12-point and 6-point fasteners. They also offer the advantage of easier fastener engagement, every 30 degrees of rotation instead of every 60, and a thinner sidewall. But a 12-point socket actually contacts less of the fastener, and it may round off a pre-damaged 6-point fastener at a lower applied torque than the matching 6-point socket. As weight requirements get more sensitive in the transportation industry, 12-point fasteners are becoming more and more common. So what does all this boil down to? It's time to change your perspective on what a socket drawer should look like. Think about 4-3-2. 4 configurations: shallow, semi-deep, deep, and universal. 3 drive sizes: 1/4 inch, 3/8 inch, and 1/2 inch. And 2 internal configurations: 6-point and 12-point. Again, when you do the math, that's 48 chrome socket sets. Account for impact, low profile, specialty, and bit sockets, And that's over 100 possible variations. The only way for any technician to get the most out of their box every day in the shop is to make sure they've always got what they need to take on every job that comes their way. That's exactly what makes having a complete socket drawer such a big competitive advantage.